Welcome back. You're watching RTV News. I'm Shami, Benimana. On the international scene, U.S. lawmakers investigating the January 6, 2021 attack on the Capitol released the final report on their findings on Thursday. After a year and a half investigating and more than 1,000 witnesses, investigators have alleged that former President Donald Trump played a key role encouraging the attempt to overthrow the results of the 2020 election in that country. VOA has more.
It is the moment you've been waiting for. Now, Zipline, a startup revolutionizing access to blood and other medical supplies using drones together with the government of Rwanda, announced a new partnership. It will serve the entire country with instant logistics. The government of Rwanda plans to make nearly 2 million instant Zipline deliveries and fly more than 200 million autonomous kilometers by 2020. Now, our guest anchor, Shami Benimana from Zipline, he is the general manager, joins us to elaborate. Thanks for making the time, Shami.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
And you are an amazing co-anchor.
It was intense, but enjoyable as well. Thank you.
You made it look easy. Well, the last part there looked like a professional anchor that should be doing this. But hey, let's get to the question.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of conversation about this new partnership and what it is set to achieve, but help me understand, because 2018, 2019, you were already operating on a countrywide scale.
Yeah.
So I guess my question here is why this massive scale up? What is the thinking behind? What is the inspiration behind? Can you talk us through that?
Yeah, sure. At Zipline, the core mission that we have is to serve everyone, everywhere equally. Starting with health, we want to make sure that if there's a patient anywhere in the country, they actually get access to what they need. And from 2016 to 2018, there was a lot of learning. There's always learning even beyond 2018. But in those first 2 years, Zipline was the first logistics autonomous drone company operating in any country. Right. So we're learning, how do you actually make it work? How do you work with different stakeholders? How do you work with stakeholders in the health sector, from health facilities to RBC, Ministry of Health? And how do you actually now do the delivery itself? And once the lessons were at a good enough scale that each stakeholder could trust that we could do the job, but also that results were starting to be demonstrated. We had mothers who had actually received blood through our deliveries, coming and telling us, you know what, this happened,
yes,
and being grateful. And once that was reached, now we wanted to go beyond that to help more people.
Okay, well, that makes sense. But let's talk about the daring Rwanda move. Well, Rwanda was your first customer, and I guess it's a favorite when it comes to fasts. And well, by adding the new locations, Rwanda will be the first country in the entire world to have the ability to make autonomous instant deliveries to its entire population. That's a huge undertaking. Like you said, you already made the mistakes. You're getting ready for this massive move. But what can be the challenges that could be encountered in terms of logistics pulling this off?
I'll try to talk about it in maybe 2 or 3 areas. I think the first aspect to what we do is we need stakeholders who are willing to work with us, and that's where Rwanda comes in. Rwanda is the hub of innovation, and we are using emerging technologies and in very different sectors. We have in the engineering sector, we have a fulfillment sector. How do you actually get products from point A to B? And we have stakeholders who have services that they deliver to different people across the country, whether it's in health, whether it's in tourism, whether it's in commerce of all sorts, trade. And we need willing stakeholders, and we have them in Rwanda, from the government itself through different institutions, even the private sector. We've seen people there.
If I may cut in there, what I'm hearing you say is you are banking on your partners to pull this off in terms of logistics.
Yes, we always need partners because we help them deliver from point A to point B, and we are the intermediaries. And without them, our mission would be reduced because we trust them to do what they do, and they trust us to do the part that we've learned to do best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No company, no man is an island.
Yeah.
But let's stick with the partnership a little bit. Now, Rwanda is going to be tripling its delivery volume. Am I right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, that's really big, but that's not all that you're doing.
No.
On top of that, you are actually venturing into onboarding other government entities. You're
Yes.
going to be now supporting finance, e-commerce, as well as tourism. All those divisions, on top of what I said earlier, seems to be like a huge, and taking what went into the preparation process, just getting ready for this, and just how big a challenge is this for your team?
That's a very good question. So you talked about 2018 to 2019. I think from earlier this year, 2022, we actually started venturing with new sectors. We started with child nutrition. It's an angle we hadn't approached before, but working with NCDA, we had learnings there, and it taught us a few more lessons, and it opens our scope because we saw beyond delivering medical products that the person needs at the hospital, we need to take care of the person even before through nutrition. So we are now working with RAB as well in introducing new genetic materials for pigs, and we are helping in animal vaccination campaigns. These are things which deliver nutritional quotients to people, but also help them economically by providing means to actually take care of health. So we've actually started learning, and our process is continuous improvement. We learn slowly, and we try not to take on too much. And to that aspect, of course, our people like us, the Zipliners who are making this work, are also learning slowly. So we take the stakeholders that I talked about, we learn from what they're doing, and we add our specialty in the logistics angle to make sure that we can actually deliver the service. And we'll gradually get there. So 3 times or more, because what's happening this year, we could not have predicted 6 years ago.
All right. Now, one of the things that caught my attention is the fact that you're going to be giving unforgettable eco-tourism experiences. Yes. And doing a lot more, not just with tourism, but many other aspects. We look forward to that in 30 seconds. What next for the Zipline Rwanda revolutionary journey that we have witnessed? So
6 years and now 7 years. So what we imagined 6 years ago, we are going to do tons more. There's going to be more technologies. Expect something this year in 2023, which is going to be mind-blowing in terms of technology that you can actually see in the outside. But also on the inside, all that we're talking about, we are looking at experiences which help and enrich the lives of people anywhere and everywhere. So we are looking at all kinds of services that will be more convenient. Convenience should not be for the West only. Convenience should be for every Rwandan. Yes. And we are going to be working to actually achieve that.
All right, convenience for every Rwandan. Shami Benimana from Zipline. It is the General Manager. Thanks for joining me. It's been a pleasure co-anchoring with you. I hope we can get to do this again.
Hopefully, yes. Thank you so much for inviting me again.
All right, and all the best with your future endeavors alongside your team. You heard it, folks. Rwanda will be making history as the first country in the entire world to launch a national-wide drone delivery service. Incredible there. Isabel Masozera is my name. It's always a pleasure bringing you the latest here in Rwanda and beyond. And on behalf of the entire team here at RTV, thanks for watching.